Attention passionate Chicago, Bears fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Chicago Bears' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Chicago Bears fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and Chicago Bears fans. Let's get to the news, folks. This is a rumor that's been making waves across NFL circles, and I've got to say, it's pretty intriguing. The Chicago Bears, sitting comfortably at a 9-4 record, have been doing some serious soul-searching about their offensive line, especially considering how many injuries they've faced this season. And now whispers suggest that they might be on the verge of making a bold move, potentially trading for Lane Johnson from the Philadelphia Eagles. Yeah, you heard that right. Lane Johnson, one of the most dominant right tackles in the league, could be heading north to join the Bears, and if this deal goes through, it might just be one of the biggest offseason moves we've seen in recent years. Now, what's fueling this speculation? Well, sources indicate that the Bears are not only looking to solidify their offensive line, but they're also eyeing an immediate upgrade to protect Justin Fields better, especially with the playoffs approaching. The Bears, despite their impressive record, have had their fair share of struggles on the O-line, particularly with injuries like Odun's foot injury, which has hampered their run game and pass protection at times. So, it's no wonder they're exploring options. Lane Johnson, at 35 years old, is a seasoned veteran, and his pedigree is undeniable. Over his 12-year NFL career, he's been a 6-time Pro Bowler with a career pass block grade of 92. 8 according to PFF, and he's allowed just 18 sacks in that span. That's elite protection right there. His run block grade is equally impressive, sitting at 84. 5. Imagine what he could do for a Bears offensive line that's been vulnerable at times, especially against top-tier defenses. The Eagles, on the other hand, are in a bit of a rebuild mode, albeit a subtle one. They're currently 7-6, and with cap space tight, only about $35 million free for 2026. They're looking for ways to shed some salary. The idea is that they want to unload Johnson's hefty $20 million cap hit to free up room for extensions for Jalen Hurts, who's been playing at an MVP level with a PFF grade of 86.8, and Saquon Barkley, especially after their defense has been giving up nearly 24 points per game. They're also trying to be strategic with their cap, knowing that their window isn't open forever, and a rebuild, even a subtle one, is on the horizon. So what would this mean for the Bears? Well, if they pull off this trade, they're essentially adding a cornerstone to their offensive line, a true anchor. With about $55 million in cap space, Chicago has the flexibility to make that happen. Lane Johnson, combined with the addition of Wright, who's been solid on the line, could elevate the Bears' protection from allowing around 38 sacks this season to a projected 24. That's a massive improvement. Protecting Justin Fields better means more time to execute plays, more opportunities for big gains, and ultimately a more potent offense that can push for deeper playoff runs. Let's talk about the impact on the offense. Fields, with his dual-threat ability, has already shown flashes of being a top-tier quarterback, but his effectiveness is often hampered by the pressure up front. A player like Johnson could be the missing piece that unlocks more of that potential. His presence alone would boost confidence across the entire line, and that translates directly into better pass protection and run blocking. The Bears' rushing game, featuring Swift and Moore, would also benefit from having a reliable veteran tackle anchoring that side of the line. Swift, who averages 4.8 yards per carry, could see more open lanes, and Moore, with his 150 yards, could operate with more consistency. And it's not just about this season. The Bears are clearly looking at the long-term picture. Bringing in Johnson isn't just a quick fix, it's a statement move. It signals that the team is serious about contending not just now, but in the years to come. Johnson's experience and leadership could be instrumental in mentoring younger players on the line and setting a winning culture. Plus, with the NFL's salary cap flexibility, Chicago could use this move as a stepping stone to even more upgrades, especially in the secondary, where adding star cornerbacks could be on the horizon for 2026. Now, let's consider the Eagles' perspective. They're probably evaluating whether holding onto Johnson is worth the cap hit, especially given their current rebuild mode. They might see this as a chance to recoup draft capital and start planning for the future. But make no mistake, Johnson's leadership, durability, and elite level of play make him a coveted asset. The Eagles could be trying to get the most out of him this season and then move on, or they might be convinced they can still squeeze a few more years of top-tier play from him before letting go. From a strategic standpoint, the Bears would be wise to move quickly if this trade shows serious momentum. The NFL trade deadline is long gone, but teams often make major moves in the offseason. If the Bears can land Johnson, it would be a game changer. It would send a message to their division rivals, especially the Lions, that Chicago is serious about competing at the highest level. Their odds to reach the Super Bowl, which currently sit around plus 700, could see a significant boost, potentially dropping to plus 300. That's a huge jump in the betting markets, and it reflects how much one player can influence a team's championship odds. Imagine the playoff picture with Johnson anchoring the line. His experience in cold weather, his resilience, and his ability to perform under pressure, particularly in the playoffs, are exactly what the Bears need to get over the hump. His plus 17% win probability against the Lions in snow conditions, with an 88, 9 PFF grade in those scenarios, could be the difference maker in clutch moments. That kind of consistency in tough environments is exactly what playoff teams need, and Johnson has proven time and again he can deliver. Looking ahead to 2026, the Bears could have the flexibility to extend other key stars, including cornerbacks, thanks to the cap space freed up by this move. The core of their team would be built around a dominant offensive line, with Johnson leading the charge and a talented young defense that's already allowed only 17 points per game this season. A balanced team with a strong line, a dynamic quarterback, and a stout defense could put Chicago in the conversation for sustained success, challenging the Packers and Lions for division supremacy. But of course, all of this hinges on whether the trade actually materializes. The Eagles are known for being cautious with their assets, especially with a player as valuable as Johnson, but the opportunity to recoup draft picks and reshape their cap situation might just be too tempting. For the Bears, striking a deal now would send a loud message to everyone in the NFC North. We're not just here to compete, we're here to dominate. In the end, if this trade happens, it could set a new tone for the Bears franchise. It's about making a bold statement, investing in the present, and building a foundation for future success. The Chicago fans have been eagerly waiting for a move that signifies real ambition, and this could be it. Lane Johnson in navy and orange, protecting Justin Fields, leading the way. This is the kind of move that could turn the tide for the Bears, making them serious contenders not just for this season, but for many more to come. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Chicago Bears news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Chicago Bears fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Chicago Bears. Do you think this move will happen? Are you excited about the possibility of Lane Johnson protecting Justin Fields? How do you see this impacting the team's chances in the playoffs and beyond? We love hearing your insights, and your passion is what makes this community so special. Remember, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Chicago Bears news. This team is on the rise, and with moves like this, the future looks brighter than ever. Keep the faith, Bears fans, because big things are coming.